Carl Froch has made a bold call in the ongoing debate over generational matchups, naming David Benavidez as the fighter who would have beaten both British legends Chris Eubank Sr. and Nigel Benn. Eubank and Benn's storied rivalry remains one of the most iconic in UK boxing history. They clashed twice, first in 1990 when Eubank stopped Benn in the 9th round to win the WBO middleweight title, and again in 1993 in a gripping super-middleweight showdown that ended in a split decision draw, with both men retaining their titles. Known for their power, aggression, and grit, Eubank and Benn were warriors in the ring, their names etched into British sporting folklore. But Froch, speaking on the super-middleweight edition of Winner Stays On, believes that in a fantasy matchup, neither would have been able to handle the modern-day force that is David Benavidez. Benavidez, nicknamed the Monster, first captured the WBC super-middleweight title in 2017 and held it twice before moving up to light heavyweight in 2023. There, he continued his unbeaten streak with a dominant win over former world champion Alexander Gvozdyk to claim the WBC interim title. He followed that with a brutal stoppage victory over David Morrell earlier this year. When Dmitry Bivol vacated his WBC crown, Benavidez was elevated to full world champion status at 175 pounds in April. Froch acknowledged the punching power and toughness that made Benn and Eubank so revered, but argued that Benavidez's size, reach, relentless pressure, and modern skill set would have been too much. The Phoenix-born champion is expected to defend his new light heavyweight title later this year, potentially against Britain's Callum Smith. While fans will always debate how past legends would fare against current champions, Froch's endorsement of Benavidez adds to the growing belief that the 28-year-old is carving out a legacy of his own, one that could stand tall alongside some of the UK's most celebrated icons.